In this video, let us see how to deploy a React application using Vercel. So with the help of this Vercel, we can easily deploy a React application in just a few button clicks. So this is the demo of the project that we're gonna deploy on Vercel. Here you can see this is a sample portfolio website that built using the React. Here you can see we have different routes. So we have the form route, we have the about route, and we have also the projects route, articles, and the contacts. Here you can see this is just a sample portfolio React application, and this is the source code of that application. So let's start this React web server now. I have taken this sample React portfolio website from this GitHub user. Here you can see React folio. If you want to start this GitHub repository, I will provide the link of this repository in the description. You can check out the source code there. So let's go to the Vercel.com to deploy our React application. Here you can see I have already deployed 4 React projects. Here you can see we have deployed different projects. So before we deploy our React application on Vercel, we have to push our code on the GitHub. So let's go to the GitHub. We need to upload all our project files to the GitHub so that we can able to deploy the React project easily. So let's go to the GitHub and let's create a repository now. So the repository name will be deploy React Vercel. Just leave that visibility as public and just click on create repository. Here you can see now our repository has been created successfully. Here we need to upload our project files. If there are minimum files, then we can upload manually. But since this is a React application, we have huge amounts of files. So we'll have to deploy using the command line option only. So let's open your terminal in the project folder. Here you can see I have opened the terminal in the project folder, that is the React folio. So the first command is to initialize the GitHub repository. Then we need to add all our project files. So git add -- all. This will add all the project files. Here you can see when we type the status, here you can see all the files has been added successfully. The next thing is we need to commit it. So git commit. So git commit, and we need to provide a message -m and pass the message here. The update is the message. Here you can see now we have committed all the files. Step is to if you want to change this to the main branch, you can do that. But since currently we are in the branch, we don't want to do it here. The next step is to link our local repository to this remote repository. So just copy this link here. This will connect our local project to this remote repository here. So just copy that and paste it here and press enter. The next step is to push our project files to this GitHub repository. So let me clear the screen. So clear. So just type the git push and origin, and we're gonna push it on the main branch. Here you can see now all our project files has been pushing to this repository. If you refresh the repository, here you can see now we got all our project files on this GitHub repository. So we have completed this step. If you go to the Vercel, here you can see I have already logged in. So let me log out. So if you don't have your account, you can sign up using your GitHub account. I have already have your account, so I will log in using my GitHub account. So I will continue with GitHub. Now authenticating. So now I have logged in using that GitHub account. This is the dashboard of this Vercel. Here you can see I have already deployed the previous projects. So if you want to deploy a new project, you can see an option called the add new. If you click on that, there are several options. You can see that project domain. Click on the project. It will open up your website similar to this. Here you can see when you connect to the GitHub, it will display all the repositories that we have created. If you don't see an option, you can see that we have an option called add GitHub account. Just click on that and connect your GitHub. Once you connect your GitHub, it will display all the repositories that you have created in your GitHub account. Here you can see we have this repository that we have created 1 minute ago. Just click on import button. Here you can see our new project has been created successfully. If you want to change this project's name, you can change that, and you can see that the framework has been successfully detected. Create React app. Since React is our framework, just leave that as default. There are different frameworks as well. If you are deploying Vite, you can choose that. If you are deploying the Next.js, you can choose the Next.js here, and there are lots of frameworks here. So depending on your project, select your framework. But since we are deploying the React application here, I will choose the create React app. Again, if you want to change the project name, you can do that here, but I will leave that as default. And you don't want to do anything on the build and outputs and things. And finally, if you have any environment variables in your project, you can add your environment variables here. But since this is just a sample portfolio website, we don't have any environment variables. So I will leave that as default and click on this deploy button. Now you don't have to do anything. Just have patience. The Vercel will do everything for you. Here you can see it says deployment on queue. Now the build has been successfully started. If you expand that build, here you can see the first it will clone the repository, then it will start installing all the required dependencies for our projects. Here you can see it starts installing the dependencies for us. Just give you a few minutes, it will install all the npm package required for our project. Once that is done, the deployment will be successful. So just leave you a few minutes. Here you can see it's running npm run build command. Just give you a few minutes now. Now our project has been successfully deployed. Here you can see we get a message like congratulations, your project has been deployed successfully. So just click on continue to dashboard. If you want to see the live website of our project, just click on this pop-up. Here you can see now our project has been deployed successfully. So this is the URL here at the top. You can see that. Let's see if all the rows are working properly. If you go to the about section, you can see that it displays properly. So this is it. This is how you deploy React application on Vercel. So if you go to the settings, you can have your option of changing the domain. So if you click on the domains, if you want to add a new domain, you can add your domain here as well. If you want to change the existing domain, you can do that as well. So for example, if I want to add a new domain here, so let me try to add a domain here now. So for example, if I want to add, let me add my one personal domain, kumarasankp.me. So you can add this domain here. So let me add this domain now. So click on add button. Here you can see once you add this records to your domain DNS provider, the domain will be added successfully to your website. So you will have to add this records to your DNS provider. So this is how you change your domain in your Vercel account. So for example, if you want to change something and if you want to update it, so for example, let's try to change something in our project now. So so let me change this name to my name. Again, I am telling I have taken this repository from the GitHub user React folio. I will provide the original link in the description. You can check that out. Here you can see I have changed this name to my name. Here you can see I have changed this. If you want to, you just need to push these project files to the GitHub. Then the Vercel will automatically do the job for you. So let's try to push the command now. So if you see the git status here, you can see we have modified one file. So let's add this file now, git add, and let's try to commit this file now, git commit, and let's leave a message like modified, and let's push these files to the GitHub. Git push main origin. Here you can see now the file has been pushed successfully. You go to the GitHub. So let me go to the GitHub account now. Here you can see we have modified this file now. Now if you go to the Vercel, here you can see we get a commit like modified, and we have this file here. So if you go to the Vercel and let's go to the general and click on deployments, here you can see a new build has been successfully started. Every time you push something into the GitHub, the Vercel will automatically deploy it from scratch again. Here you can see now if you open this website, so just give you a few minutes. Here you can see if you go to the above section, now you can see that the update has been successfully changes here. You can see that the changes has been successfully reflected in this Vercel. So this is the power of using the Vercel. Anytime you change something in the GitHub, the Vercel will automatically update the changes into your website as well. So this is how you deploy a React application on Vercel in just a few button clicks. So this is for this video, and I will continue in the next one.